Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the EdTalks. As you guys probably know, I really enjoy ranting on this channel. It's like 85% of everything I do. I just find some dumb shit and then get unreasonably angry over it. But today, I decided to break this because I've decided to do a bit of a twist and try to talk about something I actually really like and enjoy. Wakaliwood, home of the best movies. The single reason I thought Wakanda was a real country for like 2 months. Now I assume most of you don't really know what Wakaliwood is, so allow me to explain. Wakaliwood is a low-budget Ugandan movie studio in the slums of the capital of the country, Kampala, making movies with budget as low as $200. They have been talked about by various people, from YouTubers to National Geographic. There is a good chance that you've at least heard about these guys from some sort of a medium. I'm fully aware that I'm a little late to the party of Wakaliwood. Like 7 years late, but in fairness to me, I barely even knew internet was a thing when they were starting their YouTube channel. Okay, Edward, so you have some people making movies for $200 in the middle of nowhere that have somehow even gotten into the mainstream media. What kind of a joke is this? Great question, my imaginary critic. However, it's not a joke. There really are these guys making movies with the lowest budgets imaginable, and circumstances that are kind of hard to imagine as well. And I absolutely adore them. Now today I decided to talk about many reasons why I like them as much as I do. And to do that, I think firstly we'll have to take a look at their first world famous film, Who Killed Captain Alex. Afterwards we're going to talk about a couple of very interesting people behind Wakaliwood, their community that supports them in many ways worldwide. We're going to take a look at some great spicy Wakaliwood memes, and we'll also take a closer look at their YouTube channel, which is something I don't think many people do. And we'll hopefully end this all in some nice conclusions. That's what I'm hoping for. And with that said, I think everything has been introduced. Let's have a look at Who Killed Captain Alex. So all of this started back in 2010 when a trailer was uploaded to YouTube to a movie called Who Killed Captain Alex. Now I've seen many people describe this trailer mostly as probably one of the most action-packed things in the world. But you know what, I've had enough of these explanations. So you know what, I'll just let the trailer speak for itself.
Ramon Film Productions presents the best of the best movies. Uganda, Balaman Film Productions bakuletedde mulembe kwa nyini Who Killed Captain Alex. Action zino Misty baja nyini omugere awamu nesatu atungulakette Alex ngake kali kukiwa ombuza tekola wano nga muganda nga bomu n'omugaide mbizimbe byo mulembe kwa nyini Who Killed Captain Alex. Action zino Misty baja nyini
Drop your cook now.
Okay, so I'm not really sure how to explain this. Can we please just replay one bit again? Yeah, that one. Yeah. I just wanted to watch that again. Anyways, I'm not sure I'll be able to explain what exactly happened in that trailer. I'm not sure anybody ever will. But what we know for sure is that the internet exploded. The trailer is currently sitting at more than 3 million views, and I'm not making that up, trust me. To this day there are videos made about it where their reactions or actual movie reviews even got on one of the main YouTube titans of its time. Ray William Johnson, aka the guy nobody even knows anymore. They also had a Kickstarter. Now I have to say that at first I thought they overcame their goal by 8.141%, but upon second glance, it's actually 8,141%. They basically asked for $160 and got 12,000 said. Kind of wonderful, isn't it? Now, this money I suppose was put into the studio, and in 2015 a film called Who Killed Captain Alex was released on YouTube. It was apparently released in 2010, but it's on YouTube since 2015 for whatever reason. I can't say that I know exactly how this works. And, well, what can I say? The film is a complete bang. It's currently sitting on very respectable 3.3 million views as well, and it certainly has a lot to it, so let's figure out why. Firstly, let's talk about the plot of Who Killed Captain Alex. So before we even get to this, let's just stop this frame because this disclaimer explains a lot of things and pretty much shields this movie from any sort of criticism. The film was never supposed to get outside of their own village, much less around the entire world like a cult classic. Because in their village or town or where there is, I'm sure everyone would consider this the pinnacle of filmmaking. If they even knew what filmmaking was. Now the weirder part comes when I consider it the pinnacle of filmmaking as well. So the plot is pretty bare bones to be honest, so let's just do a quick rundown of it. It all begins with Captain Alex coming to the city to fight against the Tiger Mafia, the most deadliest gang in Uganda. There are some scenes with his army in a bar.
It's my wife! Get off my wife! Wife? I thought that is a god!
And then an attack on the Tiger Mafia base happens, and they manage to kidnap the boss's brother.
Breaking news.
Ekibinja ekiduumirwa Kapiteni Alex mu kikwekweto ky'okwenja ekiruubirirwa okufeffetta n'okufuuza omubanda Ssaabalagala.
After all of that, they return to their camp, still unsuccessful in stopping the Tiger Mafia, and then, all of a sudden...
What?
Now after this, we cut away to a scene where the Mafia boss sort of bullies everyone on his team because he wants Alex all to himself. Now I won't mention this scene since I'm trying to keep the summary as brief as possible, but there is this pretty entertaining scene where he just shoots one of his wives.
It's the bitch! You.
Now Captain Alex is dead. Who killed him? Nobody knows. So what's gonna happen now?
Now a super kung fu master's here. Not him. Him. From Ugandan Shaolin Temple.
So this might be a bit too much information to take in, but let me summarize it. Captain Alex's brother, a Ugandan Shaolin monk, decided to come to Kampala to take revenge on the Tiger Mafia for killing him. Yeah, weird stuff happens in this film sometimes. He also calls himself Bruce Yu for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why.
Ugandan Bruce Lee. We call him Bruce Yu.
Then he tries to take revenge, but soldiers don't really want to cooperate, and so he just goes to the forest and...
Hotel Kampala.
After Bruce Yu wakes up from his amazing 5-star hotel, he goes into the woods and finds the wife of the Tiger Mafia boss, we all thought was dead. She apparently has some sort of memory loss.
She's got memory loss from being shot in the shoulder.
But she's willing to show him where the Tiger Mafia base is, and so he decides to finally take his revenge. Now in the meantime, the army in Kampala decided to do an attack on the Tiger Mafia base, again. There's some more stuff happening, but we'll skip that, and... well, the whole movie ends on like a 15-minute long fight scene, which is amongst other things the best CGI you'll ever see. They catch the villain, and... well, that's the movie. Well, that was as brief as I could make it. Sorry if it got a bit lengthy. I just summarized an hour-long piece of media in like 5 minutes, okay? Be fucking grateful. Now, before we get to talk about what really makes this film so unique, I would like to say that there is no way to explain it all. So if you like what you're seeing so far, make sure to check it out. It's uploaded on our YouTube channel for free. Give it a try. I can guarantee you'll have some laughs. Whether they'll be ironic or not, I'm not sure. But I'm sure you'll have some laughs. With that said, I would like to take a look at some stuff that I didn't really show yet. Now, ignoring the hilariously bad quality, glorious CGI, broken volume levels, impeccable costumes, and the fact that they didn't have enough actors, so the film is just filled with the same people dying over and over again, there is still a lot of stuff to unpack. Now, you might have, in some of the scenes I've shown you, heard this guy talking over the movie.
Now a super kung fu master's here. We call him Bruce Yu. He's the bitch! You.
Now, this isn't actually dubbing. I know probably some people got their impression that that's dubbing, but it's actually not. This is what I like to call the video joker, which is a guy who basically tries to come up with his own punchlines for the film. It's pretty damn great. Sometimes jokes are pretty well thought out.
I'm making German food. German food? Yeah, we found German tourists. We're cooking them.
Sometimes they are more random.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
And there are also loads of these scenes where he just screams the word movie, or the name of the film you're watching, or just take a bit of time to nicely remind you that you are indeed watching a movie.
Movie. Who killed the Captain Alex is the movie. Movie. Uganda. One hell of a movie!
Now you might be thinking, Edward, that is fucking brain dead. Why is that in the movie? But let's rewind the tape a bit. You remember that first fight scene, the Operation Cut Tiger's Balls, as they like to call it? Well, let's have a look at the part where the VJ lines come in.
This is serious! Everybody in Uganda knows Kung Fu! The movie's on! The movie's on! The movie's on!
You see what I mean now? This is fucking hilarious. There is also probably the most famous line of this film, and that is...
What the fuck?
I mean, come on, that's genius. You might be thinking that the other lines are unfunny, but that clip could literally be played after fucking anything, and it would be funny, okay?
What the f-
Now I know there is a good chance that there are some people in the audience thinking, well, Edward, that's just random screaming. It's the least funny thing in the world. Well, okay, first of all, this is my video, so I say whatever the hell I want. And second of all, yeah, I feel like we should move away anyway. So another thing that probably nobody can dispute is that the film just screams the word passion. Like really, it's just a bunch of Ugandan dudes having fun in a swamp. It's wonderful. And it's not even a Shrek ripoff.
How do you get there, dude?
Another interesting thing are the fight scenes, like the fucking sound effects.
Did he just complete the level?
Also, a thing I personally noticed is that there are certain scenes where the bad quality actually is kind of fitting as well. It creates some really interesting aesthetic. Like there is this surprising good torture scene where the wife gets, well, forced to be a wife basically, and it's a scene that feels actually very real thanks to the bad quality. Plus, you also know that all of this is probably like filmed for real, like you didn't even probably have warm water in Uganda.
Why is this liquid blue? The reasoning for the blue liquid is because it's actually watery paint that was left over from the walls, which you can see are a similar color. It's just blue paint. Remember, clean water is a commodity in Uganda.
Okay, I feel like that was about enough of Who Killed Captain Alex stuff. Now I'd like to take a look at some people behind Wakaliwood with you. So firstly, let's talk about the main man of Wakaliwood, the guy who created all of this from the scratch. His name is Nabwana Isaac Godfrey Jeffrey, or IGG for short, and, well, from what I know, he basically was very passionate about making movies, and so he sold everything he had, bought himself a camera, built himself a computer from absolute scraps, got a bunch of people to work with him, and boom, Who Killed Captain Alex was born. Now that's obviously very simplified. There was a lot more behind that, but I honestly don't know what it is, so... Now Isaac is a man of interesting thoughts.
Picture I want to clear right now. Uganda is known for Idi Amin. Being that Idi Amin killed people, we have also to kill people to rub off that image, bad image of Idi Amin.
An even more interesting setup.
The props department is like a workshop where we make everything we want, which we cannot buy. We can do our own lights, we can do our own jeep, we can do our own dories, and everything, what the guns. There are so many, things we needed, and we cannot buy. By improvising, we make them in his workshop there.
Now I know that this isn't really Isaac related, but I just need to say that the requisites in Wakaliwood movies are some of the most interesting I've ever seen.
We're always improvising here. Whatever we feel like we want, we do it.
He's also known as the Ugandan Quentin Tarantino for making over 40 movies, I believe.
I've done over 40 movies in the last 28 years. There are so many stories in Uganda which are virgin. No one has ever done them.
He also has a very interesting look on movie making.
I believe that everyone can be a star. I get them from all over the country. We welcome everyone because we feel like, movie is a family.
As a guy who was born in a ghetto, really that's the life which I passed through. Getting something to eat is real struggle. Getting where to sleep, sometimes sleep under channels. So it's easy for me to act like a bad man. The guy who inspired me to act was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
There is a lot to IG's character, and I highly recommend you look up some interviews with him because they are honestly quite interesting, but I'm not sure what more I can add because if I start another topic about him, we could be here for another hour, okay? So, let's move on to another person, shall we? Now, if IGG is the film genius with a vision, Alan Sally Hoffmanis is the maniac follower. Okay, this is a terrible comparison. He's the man, Alan Sally, or at least that was his name before coming to Uganda. This is his full name now.
Alan Sali Oyenchima Musaja Wakabaka Nemefani Yesu Muganda Laptop Hoffmanis.
Now you might be thinking, what has happened here? Who is this man and how did he get here? I'm not trying to sound racist, but also, how did the white man get here? And to explain that, I think there is nobody who can do it better than Mr. Sally himself.
My background is in film production, and I was a film festival director for a number of years. When I saw this 90 seconds of Who Killed Captain Alex, in a strange way, I thought it would be crazier not to come and be part of this.
So yeah, this man has come from New York to Uganda to become a movie star. I mean, that's a passion right there. And also probably some demonic possession as well. That's what I was talking about before. These films got made with more interest than probably any movie before. Now you can say that the artists working on certain films wanted to be something great, even groundbreaking, fucking astonishing, but you can't really say that their film was made by one man with a tripod made out of bike wheels, now can you? Now for the last segment of this video, I would like to talk about the fanbase of Wakaliwood. I originally wanted to talk about the memes and the fanbase in two different parts, but then I realized that they're kind of the same, so here we go. Now, the fans of Wakaliwood are, well, kind of like any other fanbase to be honest. They support Wakaliwood on many places like Patreon, which by the way has one of the best Patreon goals in the world. I feel like somebody will take this the wrong way, but you get what I mean, come on, it is kind of funny. Now another interesting place is that where people interact with them the most. Or at least I think so, because I just don't dare to come to Instagram ever again. Now if you scroll past all the retweets of various fan-made things and interviews on their Twitter account, you find some of the most amazing tweets you've ever seen. I mean, let me tell you a story. So once upon a time I got a bit sad and I said something about it on Twitter. I'm not sure what it was since I deleted it now for whatever reason, but well, I went to sleep after tweeting it and I woke up to this reply. Now I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean, but it's just, I don't know, am I the only one who finds this funny? Sometimes I feel like everybody else is just looking at this and thinking that my sense of humor is so fucked. I mean, that's a perfect example of a Wakaliwood tweet. When they aren't tweeting about stuff like their next film or something like that, they're posting stuff like this. I'm not sure why, but I absolutely love it. Now, I can't get rid of this feeling that you all think my sense of humor is just fucked. But that's okay, because action. Another interesting thing is an account called Wakaliwood Super Memes. Super spelled S-U-P-A. And, I mean, I'm not sure if you'll get this, but again, it's basically memes, but it was things that actually matter, goddammit. Alright, I'm not sure how much more I could add. I mean, I could still add a lot, okay? Wakaliwood is one of those things that I know a lot about, but I've had these things on my computer for like a month, and I'm officially getting kinda done, so I hope I can just wrap it up here. One last thing I would like to mention. The new Wakaliwood movie is up. It's called Bad Black. I'm planning to get my copy. It's the first Ugandan Blu-ray as far as I'm concerned. And I've seen the trailer or the first scenes on their YouTube channel. It was just some of the best shit ever.
I have a key! Ugandan key!
I wanted originally to make a single segment for Bad Black only, but I don't even care anymore. Please just let the work on this video finally be over. With that said, I'm not sure what more I can add even to this outro. I would like to say that the summer holidays just began, and I will, as I always say, try to get on a better upload schedule. I think I said that like a month ago, didn't I? I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you have a nice year and a nice day as well. It's 2-in-1 combo pack. Okay, with that said, goodbye everyone.